I'm just kind of giving her support. I'll be putting the measurements and writing the steps and directions as she's going.
It's hard to have someone else in the kitchen to do that. Like, I've never had like an assistant in the kitchen with me doing that because I don't really like it. But you're the only person that I would let do this. That's the thing.
So, did you hear that?
So, just
special.
In case you're looking for a job. I hate stickers on dishes.
You blow dry it.
It's working? Oh! And it's not leaving a glue?
Look, is it?
Oh, it's gluey. Timmy's trying to get off the glue from the
Do you have
baking
another
dish.
sponge that has like a metal side?
It's 12:37. We started at 12, so it's been 40 minutes. We just washed a baking dish. So the recipe we're gonna do first right now is this breakfast bake, where you take leftover scones, break them up, and make like an eggy frittata style like sauce to go in between that. We're gonna add shredded hash browns and cheese on top and bake it.
This is cute.
Yeah, that's perfect. So we'll say break up the scones into bite-sized pieces and arrange in one even layer in a 9x13 baking dish. Then we'll get that stuff made and we'll pour it over top. And hopefully it rises a bit, right? And everything kind of poofs. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. This like eggy frittata thing that I'm putting it in as like the liquid that needs to bake and congeal the whole casserole together is sort of based on, like, I have a quiche recipe, I have an omelet recipe, I have, you know, these egg-like things, but this one's slightly different. So I'm using chickpea flour. We're doing something like this when I know I'm making something from scratch. Like, I'm not looking at another hot for food recipe as reference. I'm basing this on, truthfully, I don't know how else to describe it, my intuition of going like looking at it.
You just have to do it.
Looking at that, yeah, you just do it. And you don't, like, I don't know, you get good at like trusting those instincts.
I think onion powder works really well. It lends itself to like an eggy flavor.
Yeah, it does.
And it has sweetness.
And I can't figure out why it does lend itself to eggy.
I don't know.
But like, even when you smell it, like, you're like, why do I feel like
onion powder is, God, it's such a great secret weapon. Let me guess how much liquid you're gonna do. You're thinking 1.5 cups or 2 cups?
I was gonna start with
1 cup?
1, just to see how thick it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be 1. Okay, let's blend and see what happens. Yeah, look at that. Now, I hate chickpea flour because you can't taste it raw, but we're gonna have to. Oh, I didn't put lemon juice. Yeah, just put some vinegar or lemon juice? Lemon. White wine vinegar?
White wine vinegar.
Oh crap, do I have that?
You have rice vinegar?
Classic me. I swear to God, because I don't have.
You don't have white wine vinegar?
Because I've started my pantry from scratch. I have balsamic.
No.
And I have rice.
Rice.
You think rice? I think though, let's do rice, but let's say white wine vinegar. It's
Okay.
fine. Let's start with a teaspoon.
Maybe 2 teaspoons.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, it's 2 teaspoons. Yeah. Another thought, do you think we should blend cheese shreds in that?
Yeah, and it'll help with the eggy texture.
It might need more vinegar. It might have been a tablespoon, so I'd have just put 1 more teaspoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 1 tablespoon of white wine vinegar.
It's better to start at 2 teaspoons though.
We're just gonna go like this. Ooh, is it too thick? Oh God.
Yeah. Well,
Uh-oh, what do I do?
I think put more milk in that and then continue pouring it over.
And then just mix it?
Yeah.
The batter that I made was definitely too thick and it didn't have enough liquid in it. So I started pouring it, realizing it was too thick. So I still had remnants of it in the blender, so I added more milk, another 1/2 cup, so we could thin it out. And now I'm gonna pour it on, and like, normally you'd have it all exact and pour it on, but I think it'll still be fine. So you can see like, oh God, the butter's separated.
That'll be fine. Let's just get it in there.
You think? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
just get it in.
So this is, yeah, not really how it should look, but now I'm gonna stir it all up, I think, right? To sort of level it out. Oh God. I think right now we better put it in that smaller one.
Okay.
Is that smaller? Okay.
Oh God, there's no stickers on this guy. See, look at that sticker. Much better.
So now the other thing we're working against is as soon as baking powder is added to liquid, it's activated, and if you let it sit around, it won't rise. So we have about a few minutes of a window here.
So we're transferring it to a smaller dish so that the casserole fills it up more because we want this to bake.
The idea is this will all congeal and you'll scoop it out like a casserole.
You said 1/4 a cup.
1/4 finely chopped chives and then comma divided because I'm gonna take half and put them in this and then half and put them on it. It's more than a cup, it's probably 2 cups, hang on. Right? 2 cups. But it's still 1 cup of cheese. Oh, maybe not.
Hash browns.
This needs to go in the oven now. Okay, and the thing is at 375, so that's good. And I'm gonna go right now with 20 minutes.
I think it might need to be 30, but we'll start with 20.
We'll start. Can you make a note that we did 20?
Yes. We're hoping that we get a fluffy texture.
Yeah.
Somewhat of a fluffy texture. We know it's going to be good. The flavor is going to be good.
The flavor is going to be good, but we need the texture to be good because that's the thing, that's the palatable thing of like, oh, this is so vegan if it's not.
And we could have poured a bottle of Just Egg and it would have been great.
And it would have been f***ing amazing.
But but she doesn't want to call for Just Egg because it's like a very specific product that some people can't get. And that's part of recipe testing is you want to make it accessible for everyone.
It's not getting crispy on top, so it's definitely 10 more minutes.
Yeah, okay, cool. Sometimes too, you don't tell Lauren, you just like let her say it.
It's true.
And then it's better.
Make her think she's the one that.
Because I knew it was going to be 1.5 cups of milk, but she was like, well, we're doing 1. And then it was like, okay.
No, yeah. Oh, you're right. I like to see for myself though. I like to see for myself.
So what are you going to do if it doesn't have the fluffy texture that we both wanted so very badly wanted to have?
What do you think my reaction will be?
I think it did fluff up.
I think so.
It wasn't.
It's only gonna poof like.
I know, but I'm saying.
1/8 of an inch.
But it poofed.
Yeah. It does smell good.
It smells great.
That top needs to be broiled 100%.
Yeah.
It's like raw.
Let's put the broiler on.
Okay, but let's.
I'm just
also
worried about
just
the chili
quickly... Oh, I'm poking a scone. See, there's like batter, but.
Let's broil it.
You know what? I think that's a scone. Let's broil it and see what happens. Okay, so we did 30 minutes and then let me say broil for however much at the end, yeah. It seemed like it's done. It's just the top is not really melted and cooked and browned nice. So we're just gonna set it to broil and do that for about 5 minutes to get the top like really nice and crispy because these hash browns look like raw potato on top. Wanna come lunch?
Ooh.
Not more than that, eh? I don't know. That cheese didn't really melt. Please don't be raw. Oh, it's kind of raw. Look at the inside. I think we have to cook it longer. It's raw. You taste the raw flour. So do we bake it longer? Bake it covered? To see what happens?
You could maybe remove half and put it like in a muffin pan and see.
And see what happens?
And that half can bake.
Yeah, let me do 2 in a muffin.
Yeah.
Just to see.
We're really happy with the flavor. We're just we're concerned about the texture of the chickpea flour. It didn't turn into the frittata like texture that we wanted.
I think if we maybe left it in there for another hour, like a full hour.
Yeah, okay.
So now I'll go 20 more minutes and see what happens. But this is different because now we're steaming it after we've baked it. So we're covering it so that we don't burn the top more, but
You know what it kind of reminds me of? A pot pie.
yeah, it tastes like pot pie.
It's almost like a biscuit and gravy. So what if you just named it something different? Because it's so good. Biscuits and gravy casserole. Or just breakfast casserole.
Well, it is called broken breakfast bake. Broken scone breakfast
But
bake.
it tastes like biscuits and gravy.
It tastes like a southern breakfast casserole.
Yeah. We have to make sure there's not this implication of like an
egg. That just comes in the head note. The head note just says,
yeah.
look, here's a way to use up some extra scones and make pre-make a casserole for the morning. It tastes like a southern biscuits and gravy casserole.
Yes. A head note is like a small paragraph that is on top of the recipe. So that's the first thing that you read. And it is like an expression of the author's voice to describe the recipe. And oftentimes it'll tell a story. And it will just like relay information. Like I said, usually a visual cue. It'll describe the texture and the flavor. And the goal of it is to entice someone to make the recipe. I mean, it's like a decadent casserole that you serve as a part of breakfast.
We have this idea of eggs in our head.
We have this idea of eggs.
So the head note, I still don't know if it clarifies that. I could even just flat out say, think less egg and more biscuits and gravy. Maybe it should be biscuits and grits casserole.
You can't say biscuits though, because they're scones.
Oh, yeah. Grits and gravy? No, it's not gravy though. That's the thing that's throwing me off, is the gravy idea. Even though it tastes like gravy.
We're taking out the casserole bake, breakfast bake.
Thing.
Looks good.
It still looks like raw dough there. It is good though. But look. Oh crap, maybe they are muffins.
And those might be easier to photograph.
They might be, and you're gonna get like this crispy thing on the side.
We'll try it.
I think it's like this.
Mmm. This is really good.
It's better than like that.
Well, because this changes the whole experience.
That means I have to test it again though to say, first we have to see, does this divide into 12? It probably, that might not divide into 12 muffins.
It might be
It might be too little.
1, 2, 3. Nothing. Mmm.
Which I suppose is still okay. Broken scone breakfast, casserole muffins.
And that's what you need to say in the head note. It's like, don't try to even compare it to anything.
Let's write that. Don't even try.
Don't even try to compare this to anything, because you've had nothing like it before.
Because you ain't had nothing like it before.